You keep calling it loyalty, but it keeps cutting you. And sometimes it's not a relationship. Sometimes it's a friend. Sometimes it's family. God doesn't remove people to punish you. He removes them to protect you. And if you keep hearing, "Let them go," God is already removing what keeps hurting you. These are the 7 signs it's happening, so nobody gets access to hurt you the same way again. 1. You lose peace, and you gain confusion around them. At first it feels small. You second-guess yourself after every interaction. You replay conversations. You feel tense for no clear reason. God is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as written in 1 Corinthians 14:33. That does not mean every uncomfortable moment is spiritual, but it does mean peace is a serious indicator. When one person consistently brings mental noise, emotional fog, and inner unrest, God may be showing you that this connection is no longer safe for your season. Peace is not just a feeling. It is often permission. And when peace keeps leaving every time they enter, that is not random. That is information. Sometimes God answers you by removing your calm first, so you finally notice what you keep tolerating. 2. Their presence becomes heavy instead of life-giving. You used to feel strengthened around them. Now you feel drained. You leave conversations tired, smaller, and emotionally taxed. That is a sign you are carrying something you were never meant to carry. Jesus said his burden is light, as written in Matthew 11:30. That does not mean relationships never cost anything. But it does mean God does not keep you in a bond that crushes you. Sometimes the weight is the warning. God is not asking you to endure what is slowly breaking you. If you keep calling it love, but it feels like survival, God is already trying to free you. You are allowed to put down what God never asked you to carry in the first place. 3. Your spirit stops settling, even when your mind tries to justify. This is the sign many people ignore because they cannot prove it logically. Nothing obvious happened, but something in you stays unsettled. You feel a quiet inner check that does not go away. Jesus said the Spirit of truth will guide you into truth, as written in John 16:13. Discernment is rarely loud. It is often steady. If you keep forcing closeness while your spirit keeps pulling back, you are fighting a form of protection. God will often warn you quietly, long before he separates you clearly. And the more you override that inner warning, the harder it becomes to hear God clearly in other areas. Sometimes the unease is not anxiety. It is the Holy Spirit refusing to let you settle in danger. 4. They distract you from God, not just from your time. This one is clearer than people admit. You pray less. You compromise more. You become more reactive, more flesh-led, more impulsive. Your focus drifts and your fire dims. Galatians asks, "You were running well. Who hindered you?" As written in Galatians 5:7. Sometimes the hindrance is not a habit. It is a person with constant access. God removes distractions, not because he is strict, but because he is serious about where you are going next. If someone constantly pulls you into noise, temptation, drama, or spiritual dullness, that is not love. That is interruption. And when your connection to them costs your connection to God, the price is already too high. God will not bless a bond that slowly makes you forget who you are. 5. Doors keep closing, and you keep calling it bad timing. Plans fall through. Communication breaks down. Opportunities to reconnect keep dying on the vine. The more you push, the more it resists. Revelation says what God shuts, no one can open, as written in Revelation 3:7. That can be painful, especially with family, because you will be tempted to call every closed door rejection. But sometimes it is not rejection. It is redirection. God will close what you keep reopening, not to hurt you, but to stop you from returning to what keeps wounding you. If the relationship requires force to stay alive, it may be because heaven is not sustaining it anymore. And when God removes access, He is often saving you from a future you could not see yet. A closed door can be the kindest answer you will ever receive. 6. God keeps warning you the same way, again and again. It shows up as repeated red flags, repeated counsel from wise people, repeated inner nudges, repeated patterns that never change. You keep forgiving, but nothing transforms. You keep explaining, but nothing softens. God is patient, but He is also clear. Repeated warnings are mercy. They are heaven trying to spare you from deeper damage. The longer you ignore them, the louder life becomes, until the choice is forced. Sometimes God is not asking you to be nicer. He is asking you to be free. Sometimes separation is not punishment. It is rescue. And sometimes the warning is not about them changing, but about you finally leaving what keeps harming you. When God repeats Himself, it is because danger repeats itself too. 7. Peace returns when distance begins, even if it still hurts. This is the confirmation that exposes everything. At first, separation stings, because attachment always protests. But then your nervous system exhales, your mind quiets, your prayer life wakes up again. You feel light in your chest for the first time in a long time. Philippians says, "The peace of God will guard your heart and mind," as written in Philippians 4:7. That peace is not you being cold. It is you being covered. And yes, even with family, this can be true. Letting go of access does not always mean hatred. It can mean trust. Because when God removes someone, He is not stealing love from you. He is removing harm from your future. And if God removed your access to them, He's answering a prayer you couldn't pray. Sometimes the proof is simple. You finally breathe again, and you realize you are not living, you are enduring.